Dykstra pops it up, playable left side. The third baseman, Cianfrocco, off the line, squeezes it one away.
Good pitch by Martinez. He got a curveball on the outside part of the plate, breaking down and away from Lenny. Lenny went after it, hit it off the end of the bat a little bit. Little pop fly to third.
Bill Thompson, the batter, also over 2 with a pop to short and a ground out off Brocail, or starter. This is one of those games where neither starter, where the starter can't figure in the decision, at least as far as a win goes. Mulholland can figure in as far as a loss goes. There's Roger Mason warming up, the right-hander. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, maybe this Pedro Martinez just in here to pitch these left-handed hitters in the 6th inning. Dave Hollins would be the 4th hitter in the inning. And then Dalton and Eisenreich. Thompson hits it foul and out of play left side.
I think these players are a little stiff after sitting around for 5.5 hours.
1 hour and 10-minute rain delay prior to the game. 1 hour and 56-minute rain delay after the 3rd inning. And our last rain delay is 2 hours and 48 minutes. That was after the 5th. Beaten foul. And we have it now at 5:54.
I don't care how often and how much you stretch before these rain delays and after, you're still going to be stiff waiting around the ballpark as long as these players have.
1 ball and 2 strikes now on Thompson with Kruk waiting on deck.
I'll give you an idea of the fact that every time you have a rain delay, you get a new pitcher because the pitcher's arm stiffens up, yet the everyday player has to go back out to the field. So that's something that you have to be very cognizant of, the fact that you got to be very careful in these last 3-4 innings that you don't pull a muscle.
Very close on the last 2 pitches. Martinez wanted them, didn't get them. And it's a full count now on Milt Thompson. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, San Diego. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Phillies. As you see, a light rain falling. We have had some really heavy rain here tonight.
Do they still call it the Zamboni machine?
Well, since they got this drain-through turf a few years ago, that's one good thing about it, Jay, is you don't need those things anymore. So, you don't have to worry about taking the water out of the outfield. It goes through eventually.
It eventually seeps right through. Well, that's good because there were a lot of puddles out there.
Yeah, and you notice most of them are gone. 3-2 to Thompson. And Milt stays alive with another foul ball into the Phillies dugout. The outfield is just saturated. The infield is also very, very wet. Anything hit on the ground is really going to scoot.
You can almost tell yourself as an infielder you can play back maybe a step, even 2, because the ball will get to you that much quicker because of the wetness of the turf.
Thompson gets jammed and pops it up. The pitcher's calling for it. Here comes Tuffle, and they let it drop. Oh, my. Martinez was calling for it all the way, and I think maybe Tuffle called him off it, and the ball dropped, and Thompson just kind of smiles down there as he gets a real cheapie.
Well, that was a cheapie, and what happened was Martinez makes a rookie mistake. He starts calling, and at the last second, as he's calling, he decides he hears Tuffle and he stops. Well, if you're calling for that ball, you got to take it. Normally, you don't let the pitcher take the ball, but because the ball wasn't hit very high, the pitcher should have taken charge and taken the ball. But a rookie made a mistake, and it might cost him.
And Kruk, the batter. John tonight is 0 for 2. That will be hit number 4 for the Phillies. Their first off Martinez.
Here's a classic example, Chris, where Tuffle was playing a couple of steps deeper on the turf because how wet it was, and he could get nowhere near that little pop-up.
Strike call to Kruk with Hollins on deck, and Mason continuing to throw, the right-hander.
Retrieve the ball. He'll probably toss it in the stands, and he does. The crowd roars with appreciation. There's a happy father with it's like a little girl there with a baseball.
Were they happy they stayed around? Huh? No balls and 2 strikes now to Kruk, with Thompson taking a short lead off first base.
Hank King's scouting report on Martinez says that with the high leg kick, base runners have a better than average chance of running on Martinez. Sometimes he's a little slow to home because of that high leg kick. But the turf is wet, and so the footing over by the first base area a little sloppy. Let's see what the Phillies do.
2-2, and also then behind by 2 runs, they have to be careful. If you're just tuning in, we are in the first game of a scheduled twilight doubleheader with over 5 hours of rain delays. It's 3-1 San Diego. And Milt Thompson is a 1-out base runner for the Phillies. 3-2. Now, Thompson will take a look over at Larry Bowa to see if he's going to go. And they would probably turn him loose here as Bo goes through the signs.
You know it's going to be a striker. Kruk has taken. John leads the National League in walks with 64. Dykstra right behind him with 61. So John, a terrific batting eye. If it's close, he'll hack. If not, he's got to walk.
Oh, he swings and misses, and Thompson's hung out to dry. And they will run him back and get him. So Kruk strikes out into a double play, and that'll do it for the Phillies here in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left through 6, 3-1.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You know he's not perfect, but on certain days in his life, he has been. The night he poured in 63 points, the time he crushed 3 home runs in the World Series, the day he found Dwight Clark in the end zone. And you wish at some point, at some moment in your life, you could be that perfect too. And that's why you cheer for him. That's why you believe in heroes.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done.
Game number 1 of this scheduled twilight doubleheader. Archie Cianfrocco will lead it off, followed by Bob Guerin, and then a pinch hitter possibly for the pitcher Martinez, as Mason was throwing up until just about a few minutes ago in the bullpen. Cianfrocco tonight has struck out and had a sacrifice fly and a run batted in back in the 2-run 4th inning that gave the Padres the 3-1 lead they now enjoy. Mike Williams in his 2nd inning of work misses outside with a fastball. Cianfrocco batting 7th in the San Diego lineup. 54,617 tickets sold for this game tonight. And I'm sure a lot of folks who were here are listening to us at home.
Good place to be.
Milt Thompson waits. If you're just tuning in and you are at home and you were here tonight, you may exchange your tickets for Monday night because they're going to have fireworks after the game Monday. For people that need to get on SEPTA, you better hurry.
You got 7 minutes, folks. You better kick it in gear.
Better find a gate that's open on the way out. 1 out here in the 7th inning to Bob Guerin, the catcher. He has doubled and scored and lined out to John Kruk at first. Guerin at 217. And Williams' pitch is up high.
Well, one group tonight, Chris, that waiting to contribute is Cento. Phillies haven't had any home runs tonight. They've already donated $15,600 to the Child Guidance Clinic. That's Cento Italian Food. Over 100 fine Italian food products. As this one was fouled straight back.
All right, Phils are tied for the league lead in homers with 78, along with the San Francisco Giants.
Cento doing their job again this year. A lot of money. They hope the Phillies will help the Child Guidance Clinic by hitting all those home runs.
Williams misses outside. Mike Williams is 6'3". He's a 195-pounder now. 23 years of age. He'll be 24 on the 29th of this month. Makes his home in Newport, Virginia. Born in Radford, Virginia. Off the end of the bat, a little looper down the line, and Kruk is waiting, grabs it, 2 outs. In foul territory goes John Kruk, and Pedro Martinez will bat. Earlier, Mark Eddles got his first major league at bat, and Pedro Martinez will also do that. So 2 pitchers tonight get their first major league at bats on this weird evening. He's a left-handed pitcher, and you see he bats him right. And he hits it on 1 hop to Duncan. Throws him out, and Mike Williams has 2 3-up and 3-down innings. 7th inning stretch time here a little past midnight at the vet. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 3-1 Padres.
Well, sport.
Padres is Jeff Gardner will come into the lineup to replace Tim Tuffle. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Padres. Collins tonight is lined out to center, popped up to short. He's 0 for 2. Collins at 337 coming into the game from the right side. And 252 from the left. And facing the left-hander Martinez. Almost looked like a screwball he threw up there. That ball kind of dove down and away from Hollins, who faked the bunt. He had the third baseman Cianfrocco way back at third.
So good to see Hollins back in the lineup. Phillies thought they were going to lose this kid for about a minimum of 4 weeks, more like 6. The kid is so intent. We got him back in 2 weeks.
Outside, 2-0.
And having surgery on your hand. Not too bad, huh?
Really turning that fastball over to the right-handed batter. This is the first right-handed hitter Martinez has faced. 2 balls and no strikes to Hollins.
Wow.
Bill Hahn says strike 1. Hollins didn't think so. Not a good time of the night to upset Dave Hollins. 2-1 on Dave. It's a good fastball, a sinker, and he swings and misses. 2-2. By the way, the rain has just, I better not say it. Well, started. Just about stopped, if not all the way. Just a little misty rain falling right now. What a night for ducks we've had here all night. 2-2 to Hollins. Popped him up. Guerin over near the dugout. Does he have room? No, he runs out 1 row back. So Dave Hollins stays alive. That is a changeup he's throwing, some kind of screwball.
It just turns over the change, all he does, and he keeps the ball down and away. And then he also has a good sinking fastball. I'm really surprised, though, that he's kept everything away from Hollins. Usually when a pitcher is constantly pitching away, he'll come in with a pitch just to let the batter know he can throw inside. We have not seen Martinez do that to Hollins yet.
Martinez was mostly a starting pitcher in his minor league career. Really overthrew that one. Runs a 3-2. This is the second straight batter he's run a 3-2 count on. He ran 3-2 on Kruk and struck him out into a double play to end the 6th. Now Martinez will retreat to the back of the mound to try and get some of that clay out of his spikes.
Right there would have been the perfect time to come inside off the plate to Hollins, just to remind him that he can throw inside. So far he's kept everything away.
Another pop-up. This one will go foul and out of play behind home plate. There's the Fanatic ready for bed.
I got a great pitching lesson this past week from a Hall of Famer named Bob Gibson. I asked him about some of those stories that he intentionally throw at guys. He said, Jay, I never threw at anybody. If I was going to hit him, I hit him. I never threw inside of him.
Hollins says, how can that be a strike? Wasn't it low? And Bill Hahn says, no, it was a strike. Strikeout number 2 for Martinez.
let's see what you think. Well, it's pretty close at the knees. Good sinking fastball, and again Martinez stayed away. He ran that pitch right on the outside part of the plate. That's what pitchers would call on the block. Even if Hollins did swing at it, he probably couldn't have had a very good swing.
Darren Dalton, the batter, he is 1 for 2 tonight with an infield single. Young left-hander coming in, throwing strikes, doing a good job so far. Strike 1 to Darren Dalton. His average of 252 with 15 homers, 61 runs batted in. Martinez is a quick worker.
A little late for that.
Fanatic trying to get something going. Dalton rips it to deep left center field. This ball is 1 hop off the wall and in play, and Dalton will move into second with a stand-up double. Dalton's 17th double of the year, and the Phillies have a 1-out base runner.
Well, here's the pitch. Martinez wanted to come inside to Dalton. He got the ball up and out over the plate right at the belt. And you can see Dalton waits very well, has an excellent batting eye, just drove that ball the opposite way and one-hopped the wall.
That'll bring up Jim Eisenreich 0 for 2 with a humpback liner to third and a fly ball to left. Aaron Dalton leading off second base. Phillies down by 2. We're in the 7th of game number 1. On deck is Mariano Duncan, and that big right-hander Mason continues to throw. Dalton leading off second base. Breaking ball misses outside. Eisenreich 1-1.
Eisenreich, the hottest hitter in the vet this season, hitting at a .350 clip against left-handers this year. 10 for 23. That's .435, and with runners in scoring position, hitting at .397. Some high numbers.
He hits one to left center. Derek Bell has a beat on this. So does Clark, and Bell makes the play. Hit it off the end of the bat a little bit, and it died out there in left center field. So 2 outs for Duncan. And here comes Riggleman.
Both outfielders going for the ball, but as you can see, Bell, the center fielder, calls off the left fielder. The center fielder has control of the outfield. He's the captain. And once the left fielder or the right fielder hears the center field call, then it's his ball.
And Riggleman, the manager, on his way out with Mason up, as we figured he'll bring him in to pitch to Mariano Duncan. Happy with the job that his young left-hander did. And the veteran Roger Mason will get the call. Here he comes. And as the big, tall right-hander heads into the ball game, we're going to take a break. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Help you, sir.
Yeah, I'll have a Coca-Cola.
You sure you want a Coke?
Yeah, I want a Coke.
Okay, pal.
How did you order a Coke? It tastes good.
I didn't care if it was a Coke. You just want
I'll just have a cola. I'll just have a cola. I'll just have a cola.
Something to drink, sir?
I'll just have a...
You'll just have a...
I'll just have a Coke.
Ooh.
You're the guy's a Coca-Cola. See ya, pal.
Oh.
Sir?
Sorry, I'm in a hurry.
Sir, we'd like to talk to you about stress reduction.
Can't. Gotta see some important people.
Sir, you need to take the day off.
You know, I need to take the day off.
Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom is the top seasonal water park in the U.S. and one of America's greatest family amusement parks. It's recreation for the body and the mind. Take the day off.
Money-saving coupons available at participating Pizza Hut restaurants.
And the fourth San Diego pitcher of the night is Roger Mason, 6'6", 220-pounder. There are the numbers on Mason. Not too hot. The one loss, to say the least. Suffered his 7th straight loss Monday night, allowing 2 hits and a run in 2 innings. And Mason last year was with the Pittsburgh Pirates and saw quite a bit of action for Jim Leland's club. With Pittsburgh in 65 games, he was 5-7, a 4.09 ERA, and in that bullpen by committee run by Leland, he had 8 saves.
primarily a sinker slider type pitcher. He does have a split finger pitch, but has had control problems with it. A lot of times throwing the ball right at the knees, ball going down and out of the strike zone. So what the Philly hitters have to beware on Mason is they have to make him get the ball up in the strike zone. If the ball starts at the knees, they've got to take it because it'll break down and away and it'll be a ball. Make him throw strikes. That's the key to hitting Roger Mason.
Jay mentioned splitters. He throws a lot of sliders to right-handed hitters. He's mostly a breaking ball type pitcher. He will work from the stretch with Darren Daulton on at second base and 2 outs as San Diego leads it 3-1. Perfect pitch for a strike. Mickey Morandini waits on deck. David West is up in the Phillies bullpen if they get as far as Mike Williams. Williams due to bat after Morandini. Duncan had a slider to hit, but fouled it off. Boy, Mariano would like to have that back. He had a little bit of a hanger there, and it's 0-2.
One of those pitches, either Mason wanted it more inside or he wanted it away like the first pitch. Watch how much plate this one gets. Ooh, right there up in the strike zone above the belt. I don't think Mason wanted that pitch in that location. He got away with one there.
That one said hit me. Now he has Duncan in the hole 0-2. Goes outside and misses. 1-2. Dalton's running, and Duncan loops at the right field, a base hit. Dalton scores, and it's a 3-2 game. Mariano Duncan may have broken his bat on that, but he has the Phillies back to a run here in the 7th.
Big 2-out hit by Duncan. He knows that Mason throws a lot of sliders. Hank King has given a great scouting report to the Phillies. To right-hand batters, a lot of sliders away. Duncan waits, and slaps it to left. Great piece of hitting by Duncan with 2 strikes. Reading the scouting reports, knowing how this guy pitches and executes.
Dunk with 2 hits tonight. He had a double and scored a run in the 3rd. And here is Morandini, 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 3rd inning. That run will be charged to Pedro Martinez. Mickey Morandini tied for the league lead in triples with those 3 gentlemen. And all of a sudden we have ourselves a 1-run ball game. Pete Incaviglia on deck to bat for Williams. If Morandini can keep the inning alive. And West continuing to throw in the Phillies bullpen.
We could probably put our producer Larry Rosen up there amongst those league leader in triples as many times as he's had to run to the truck tonight.
It's a hang in there night for a lot of people. You mentioned a great job by the ground crew tonight. Mickey takes it outside.
Outfielders play Morandini a little towards left center. Maybe about 4 or 5 steps, and Gwynn straight away in right.
Fouled away left side by Mickey. Mickey only has 1 lifetime at bat against Roger Mason. He is 0 for 1. Mariano Duncan prior to that hit was 2 for 16 off Mason with a homer and 3 runs batted. So he's now 3 for 17 with 4 RBIs. So when he gets a hit off him, he hurts him.
Right, counts. That's a great piece of hitting with 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dalton in scoring position. He got the slider out over the plate. He missed 1. Looked for it and got it again. Slapped it to right.
There is Incaviglia waiting to bat for Williams, hoping he'll get a shot. and Mason didn't stop. Mason kind of goes, oh, and I got to agree with him. So that pitch did not count in the balk, as Duncan will move to second. Isn't that an awful rule?
I don't know. I have to look at it and say, you know, it looked like he paused a little bit.
Really?
I mean, how can you say, you know, the guy doesn't pause there? You saw the replay as I did. It looked like he paused just enough. You only have to pause for a fraction of a second, folks.
It's Wally Bell making that call at 12:29 in the morning.
And it doesn't make any difference where you pause, just so you pause somewhere.
Well, the Phillies have Duncan at second now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Morandini. They're shading him towards left center. He fouls it away left side. That ball goes in and out of the radio booth over there, it looked like. Back into the crowd.
Padre defense plays Morandini to left center because they know Mason will try and throw that sinker away when he does come in. He'll come way in. And if Morandini's going to pull a ball, usually it'll be on the ground to the first base side. Anything on the outer part of the plate will hit in the air.
That one in the executive box. Outside, and there's some semi-executives in there. You just saw by that shot. Richard Dietz, Dennis Mannion, and David Montgomery, who's been on the phone with the Weather Bureau a few times tonight, probably talking to Dick James at the Schuylkill Valley Nature Center. 2-2 on Morandini. It's 3-2.
Mason did not like that call at all. He thought he had the strikeout. He thought he had the corner. Bob Guerin doing a little jawing with home plate umpire Bill Hahn.
I think Jim Riggleman thought it was a strike too as he leans forward. The young manager of San Diego. Morandini with a really good at bat. He's fouled all 4 or 5 pitches, stays alive at 3-2.
Good slider there by Mason. Like you said, he fouled it off. Jim Fregosi made a big deal about Morandini going to a bigger bat, thicker handle, and choking up. And consequently, since then, Morandini's made himself a much better hitter, and he strikes out less.
Popped him up. It's playable. Left side, who wants it? The shortstop, Gutierrez. Squeezes it, and that'll do it. But the Phillies get a run here in the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 through 7. Now 3-2 San Diego. Mickey Morandini with a couple of RBI singles. San Diego leading it, or Mickey Morandini with an RBI single, and Duncan with an RBI single, and San Diego leading it by a run as we go to the 8th inning. And Mike Williams on in his 3rd inning of work, facing Ricky Gutierrez, leading it off. He is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI hit and a walk. Gutierrez followed by Tony Gwynn and Derek Bell. Gutierrez is a shortstop for Padres. High fastball fouled back into what's left of the crowd.
How do you think the conversation went between George Culver and Mike Williams? Calling him, saying, Mike, you're not pitching tonight here. We can't pitch in Scranton. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why don't you get in the car and drive down the road to the vet? You're going to pitch down there, maybe.
Strike thought on the sinker ball. Dave Hollins with a little wrap around that recently surgically repaired hand of his.
What was it, 11 or 15 stitches he had in that hand? Somewhere in there. It was either 11 or 15, I forget. But it looked kind of nasty when he showed us the hand with the stitches in it. And here 2 weeks later, he's back in the lineup.
Breaking ball, and Gutierrez takes it, and it's 3-2. Gutierrez batting at .291 on his 1 for 2 night. He has 9 runs batted, and he's now the everyday shortstop. Line drive center field. Dykstra is right there. He grabs it, 1 away. Mike Williams has retired all 7 batters to face him.
Nice play by Dykstra. Toughest play for the center fielders. A ball hit almost directly at you, because you got to make a decision just like that, which way to go. And Dykstra off. You can see there, crossover step, great jump, was able to set himself, and he made it look like really an easy catch where it really wasn't, because he had to get a good jump to make sure he got there.
Tony Gwynn, the batter, 1 for 3 tonight with a single in the 5th inning. Williams with a good fastball on the outside corner for a strike. The on-deck batter is Derek Bell. Breaking ball hit the left field. Milt Thompson there. 2 outs. And Bell, the batter, he struck out twice, singled, scored a run. Bell has struck out more than any batter in the league. Bell now leading the league in strikeouts with 74 of them. Second coming into play tonight, Jeff Conine of Florida had 68. Bell, a native of Tampa. Breaking ball, beats it off his leg at the plate.
Bell uses the same kind of cherry laminated bat as Mariano Duncan, except he's got a little tape on it to help his grip. And that one bounced right off the instep, it looked like.
Looks like some of that sand jumped up in Darren Dalton's face, or that water absorbing material they put down there. There's a hard ground ball, and that'll scoot right through. Look at it. Look at the trail it makes going out to the outfield. So Derek Bell has his second hit of the ball game, and that's the first batter to reach base against Mike Williams.
You almost want to watch this and say, gee, if we just all hit the ball on the ground like this, we got a heck of a chance of getting a base hit. Normally, Morandini only had to take a 2-step dive on that one, and it comes up with the ball, but the ground is so wet, the ball was by Morandini before he even hit the ground.
Fred McGriff, the batter. McGriff is 0 for 2 tonight. 2 fly balls to Thompson. He has walked and scored a run. 3-2 San Diego. We're in the 8th. 2 outs and Bell on at first. Morandini playing McGriff way behind the line. Ripped to deep left center. Back goes Dykstra. This ball is gone. A 2-run home run. Fred McGriff launches one way out of here to left center. His 17th home run of the year, and that one really hurt. That gets the Padres back now to a 5-2 lead.
Boy, and he did crush that one. Wow. Watch this pitch and watch how it just jumps off McGriff's bat. McGriff, a dead low ball hitter. And you can see Dykstra watching it hit way high off the turf.
So low, it was a sinker ball, and he just went down and got it. So here's Phil Clark, 1 for 3. Mike Williams had retired 8 in a row, and then the ground ball single by Bell, the home run by McGriff, and the Padres have 2 more. They're the 2 Tampa guys got it done. Bell and McGriff. This is hit to deep left field. Back goes Thompson. He makes the play. That'll do it for San Diego here in the 8th inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left to the bottom of the 8th. 5-2 San Diego.
If you want the hottest looking new compact pickup and you want the #1 selling compact.
Special pal at the August 14th Phillies Mets game. You could spend the 5th inning with the big green guy and watch the rest of the game in some really excellent seats. If you're 6 to 12 years old and you want to be the Fanatics pal, just send a postcard to the address on your screen. It's a fantastic Fanatic contest from Prism, the only place to be in the summer of '93. Billy Beane takes over in right field for San Diego. Last time we saw Billy Beane was around 1989. He was in a Dodgers uniform. Pete Incaviglia will bat for Mike Williams. And Mason's pitch to him is popped up foul. This will go out of play behind home plate.
You know, if these balls keep coming that close, Brian, we're going to have to get a net.
That one was coming back. There's Incaviglia, done a good job as a pinch hitter. Lifetime, he's 2 for 3 off Mason with a homer. Off the end of the bat to left field. Phil Clark is right there, grabs it, 1 away. And Lenny Dykstra will bat.
Mason really pulls the string on this one to Incaviglia. Slow breaking ball. You can see Pete way out in front had to slow a swing down, consequently hitting the ball off the end of the bat. Still hit the ball pretty good to left field, but after he already opened his hips, lost a lot of his power.
Dykstra's 0 for 3. And the pitch to him is strike 1 called. Milt Thompson waits on deck. And he's still leading the league in runs. Fouled away left side into the upper deck.
One of the big reasons Dykstra has those runs is the fact that he also has 61 walks. Lenny not afraid to take a strike, not afraid also to go to 2 strikes in the count. Consequently, he's picked up a lot of walks this year.
Strike 3 called. Mason freezes him with that pitch, and Roger Mason records his first strikeout.
Watch the location on this pitch. Slider on the inside part of the plate.
And Thompson, the batter, 1 for 3 with that infield hit his last time up. A little pop-up that dropped between the pitcher and second base. And Mason gets it over for a strike. Two-run home run, the McGriff hit, seems to have deflated the Phillies a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed to perk up Mason. Mason now really taking command of this game, making some very good pitches, putting the ball where he wants to.
Dodgers beat Montreal last night, and the Cardinals lost to Houston. Thompson, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. A powerful inning for Roger Mason. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base through 8. 5-2 San Diego. Houston over St. Louis, and Chicago beats Colorado. To the American League, where Detroit finally wins a ball game. They won it in 10 innings. Chicago pounds Baltimore. A squeaker for Minnesota. Kansas City comes back and beats Toronto. And these games are underway out on the West Coast. You see them: California, Cleveland, New York, Oakland, and Boston, and Seattle. Phillies' new pitcher, their third of the ball game, will be David West. Remember, this is game number 1 of this scheduled doubleheader. That sounds crazy, doesn't it?
Yes. And there's been no indication.
Lenny Dykstra there.
There's no indication that we will not play the second game. So we have to assume that we're going to go right in after 30 minutes, partner, and go into the second game, wouldn't you think?
It looks like it. That was Gardner getting his first at bat of the ball game and hitting the fly ball to Lenny Dykstra in center. So Jeff Gardner 0 for 1. He replaced Tim Tuffle. Here's Archie Cianfrocco, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and a run batted in the 4th inning. Strike called inside corner. Bob Guerin, the catcher, waits on deck. 5-7-0 San Diego, 2-6-0 for the Phillies. Bounces up there low, and here is Gene Harris, who's been doing some closing for the Padres lately. Looks like he's going to come in and pitch the 9th. It is a save situation as San Diego leads it by 3. Cianfrocco hits it foul right side and out of play. Scheduled pitchers in the second game, one of the best and hottest pitchers in the league, Andy Bettis for San Diego, and the Phillies will be going with Jose De Leon.
I bet Jose never thought he'd be starting the second game around 1:30.
Here's Jose in the Phillies dugout. Working on those sunflower seeds. Struck him out on a high fastball. David West picks up a strikeout, his first strikeout number 4 by the Phillies staff tonight.
Moving the ball around, West goes up and in. And Sam Franco has no chance at this one.
To Bob Guerin. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored in the third. Craig Shipley has moved into the on-deck circle for the Padres. He would bat for Mason. His countryman was in the game earlier, Edders, and he could be the winning pitcher. That'll be up to the scorer to determine if, in fact, the Padres win the game, because their starter, Brocail, only went 3. Mark Eddles pitched 2 innings. Scoreless baseball. Martinez 1 2/3. And Roger Mason looks like he's going to go an inning and a third. Guerin swinging a miss at a good fastball from West.
Guerin coming to the San Diego club as a non-roster player, born and raised in San Diego, still lives there. Made the club out of spring training after Mike Sosa learned that he had to have an operation on his throwing arm, rotator surgery. And Guerin finally getting a chance to play in his hometown.
3 balls and 1 strike on Guerin. Hit to deep left center field. Long run for Thompson at the wall. This is off the very top of the wall and in play. And Lenny Dykstra gets it back into the infield. Bob Guerin just missed a home run. This guy, Guerin, comes into this ballpark and turns into Superman.
You know, he had bouts of and little flurries of stardom in New York where he'd go a week, as we see this ball getting very close to being out of here. But for some reason in New York, he just couldn't quite get a handle on being able to play and hit every day. For 1 week, he'd get into a hot streak, and he hit the ball just like that every time. And then for 2 or 3 weeks, he'd go maybe 0 for 23.
There's the average on Shipley, who's played some shortstop this year for San Diego. Another native Australian, formerly in the Dodgers system. Shipley, as a pinch hitter this year, is 6 for 20. Has the second most at bats as a pinch hitter. Gardner has 21.
One of the big reasons the Dodgers let Shipley go was the fact that they had Dave Anderson in the wings. Dave Anderson, a great backup shortstop to Billy Russell for years, got the opportunity to play a little bit. Left, went to San Francisco, then came back for a year. In the meantime, the Dodgers felt that they could let Shipley go and use Anderson as their backup shortstop.
Two balls and a strike on Shipley with 2 outs here in the 9th. Padres lead it 5-2. Fly ball foul out of play.
Somebody's going to go home with a souvenir.
And David West will take a little time to get some of that clay out of his spikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. Fouled towards the press box and off and back into the crowd. That sums it up.
Wait a minute. You hadn't even seen the second game yet.
No fireworks tonight. They've been postponed. They'd sure awakened her, that's for sure. That's fouled off down the left field line. How about the ball girls are still here? Aaron Kelly down the left field line and Ryan Kelly down the right field line as those fans have a souvenir. There's Aaron. Boy, they've had a long night.
1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts.
They went to those caps after all the rain. And Shipley fouls another one off into the upper deck. And this one goes back downstairs.
Shipley really doing a good job of staying alive. West throwing the ball hard. Ball running away from Shipley on the outside, and it's down and in with the slider, sinking fastball inside.
Here's the 2-2. Fly ball left field. Thompson there. He grabs it, and that'll do it. And we're going to the bottom of the ninth. No runs a hit. No errors and 1 man left on base. Phils need 3.
In a game rich with traditions, Sherwin-Williams has created one of its own by preserving and protecting the national shrines of our national pastime. This is the paint of the pros, and it's the choice of millions of fans at home. And while your town may not have a big league ballpark in it, it does have a big league paint store. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, bring it to a place that puts its money where its mouth is. Bring it to Jiffy Lube, where millions of cars every year are covered by our pledge of satisfaction.
Everybody says they'll do the job right, but at Jiffy Lube, we guarantee it. One more reason Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
Presenting the RCA 52-inch projection screen home theater. It's bigger and brighter than almost anything out there.
RCA home theater products available at all American appliance stores throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware.
Loosen your tie, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves. It's a business person special, Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Go ahead, you deserve a break. Call 463-1000.
Craig Shipley will stay in the game. He'll play third base and bat in the 9-hole. And the new pitcher batting 7th for San Diego, their 5th pitcher of the ball game, the right-hander Gene Harris. There are the numbers on him. You see the 1 loss. That was his first loss of the season, coming on Sunday, as he allowed 4 runs and 4 hits in 1 inning. He had had a string of 14 1/3 shutout innings before getting hit with that disaster. Opposing hitters have just a .215 batting average against him. So Harris is a young man who was with Florida, or with Montreal at one time, and then went to Seattle, and is now with San Diego. A lot of organizations have thought quite a bit of Gene Harris over the years. It just hasn't worked out for him. Throws hard.
He does. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change. He'll mix them up, and he has pretty good control.
And the Phillies will go with Kruk, Hollins, and Dalton here in the 9th inning. Face the right-hander Gene Harris, who's going to work from the stretch with nobody on base. And Kruk lines a shot. Oh, what a play by Gutierrez at 12:58 in the morning. My goodness, that's a terrific play. That ball was smoked.
Kruk getting the pitch on the outside part of the plate, going with it as well as anybody could. But a fine play by the Padres shortstop, as you can see him diving and just catching that ball in his web.
Kruk 0 for 4 in the game, and here's Hollins 0 for 3. Harris trying to pick up save number 13. Inside, ball one. On deck is Dalton. 5-2 San Diego.
Harris has the consistency of getting the fastball up close to 90 miles an hour. He likes to keep the slider down and into left-handers. He'll also throw the change. And once in a while, to keep him honest, he'll throw a backdoor slider trying to catch the outside part of the plate to a left-hander, as we see right there.
Misses with the backdoor breaking ball. 2-1. Gene Harris, who now makes his home in Okeechobee, Florida, born in Sebring. Ground ball to second. Gardner, the new second baseman, throws out Hollins. And there are 2 outs here now in the 9th inning. The last hope for the Phillies will be Darren Dalton, 2 for 3 with an infield hit and a double to left center.
It's been a long night for the Philly hitters. I think when McGriff hit that home run, partner, it really kind of took the wind out of their sails.
Absolutely. We're at 1 o'clock now in game number 1 of this scheduled doubleheader. Dalton beats it foul. As far as we know, we're playing 2 tonight. No one's told us anything different. Had over 5 hours in rain delays in game number 1.
Now, who do you think will make that decision? The umpires? Will they do they have the call over that, whether it's too late to go to game 2, or they'll just say, hey, you were scheduled to play 2, we're going to play 2?
I guess. We don't have the blue laws around here anymore. No balls and 1 strike on Dalton. Foul out of play.
I think there's a couple of guys singing the blues in the truck.
Gene Harris is a former football player attending Tulane University, where he played defensive back on the football team and also was a standout baseball player for the Green Wave. No balls and 2 strikes on Dalton. He keeps it himself alive, fouling it off. 0-2. Eisenreich waits on deck.
One thing about Harris in all the different leagues and teams that he's played for, he's always had a terrific strikeout ratio for innings. He does throw a very hard and heavy ball. To give you an idea, last year in San Diego in 21 innings he struck out 19. Las Vegas in 34 innings last year he struck out 35.
He's 28 years old, 5'11", 190-pounder. Wes Chamberlain, who was eligible to come off the disabled list and could shortly, sitting beside De Leon, who's scheduled to pitch game number 2.
It's that backdoor slider again. Makes a backdoor slider so tough for left-hand batters. You see the ball out over the outside part of the batter's box. It's not a strike, and then you give up on it, and then the ball just breaks back in over the outside part of the plate.
Struck him out on a breaking ball, so that'll do it. The San Diego Padres are going to win game number 1 as Gene Harris will pick up a save. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Jim Riggle's club wins their 30th game of the year against 49 losses. The Phillies are now 52-27 and have lost 3 in a row. 2 hours and 34 minutes is the time of the game. Rain delays 5 hours and 54 minutes. We'll be right back after this.
Bean, Franklin F. You get 100 days even. 10 days credit for sick time leaves 90 days in the stockade.
Salute!
One man runs this stockade, Master Sergeant Otis McKinney. That's me. You soldier along and pull your weight, and I'll be straight with you, okay? No. You're really pushing him. I ain't pushing anybody! I'm just not backing off.
Keep it right there, Jimmy.
All in on the devil! Move it, move it, move it! Why are you protecting these people? You think they'd do the same to you? You better look in the mirror, mister.
Come on!
Me and them were the same. Now I got a little game of my own for you, so listen up, people. So you've chosen a team after all, huh? Well, I got news for you, mister. You chose the wrong one.
Well, here's a summary on the ball game. Mark Eddles will get the win. He's 1-0. Terry Mulholland, the loser, 9-6. Fred McGriff with a home run, and Gene Harris picked up his 13th save of the year. There are the final totals on the ball game, and the second game will be getting underway in approximately 20 to 25 minutes. So thanks a lot for watching. This is Chris Wheeler for Jay Johnstone. We'll be back in a little while. Stay tuned now for Ozzie Smith and Gold Gloves.
When I'm on the baseball field, I'm able to create as I feel. It's sort of like having an artist sit down and take his brush to canvas.
Up the middle, can Smith get it? Ozzie dives, can he have time? Oh my goodness, what a play, Ozzie Smith.
I think the greatest thrill, though, is diving, catching a ball that you shouldn't get to, that a guy thinks is a hit, and you throw him out, and he slams his helmet down, and he starts cursing you. I love that, because I know I got to him.
Ground ball toward the hole. Reynolds, a diving stop from his knees to first in time. What a play by Harold Reynolds, saving a run.
I want to win, and whatever it takes to win, that's what I will do. Whether it's running into a wall to catch the ball, whether it's trying to catch one that's hit over the fence, I never give up, and that's one of the reasons why I make some of the plays that I do.
Fly ball to deep center field. Gary Pettis going back at the wall. Leaps.
If there was any fun on the field, for me, it was the great play defensively, making the great play and talking about it the next day. And I would work on the great play. I didn't like to work on routine ground balls. I like to work on, the tough ones and the strange ones.
Right back and off the glove, and he will not. Mike Schmidt, what a play to get him! Whoa, look at this.
When I came into this game, I had the quote-unquote, those labels put on me. He's got a good bat, but he won't be able to play defense. He can't throw. He can't do this. He can't do that.
Wynn's going back, still going back, against the wall, and made the catch.
Well, I've got 3 Gold Gloves now, so obviously I got to be doing something right. So give me my credit, give me my due, because that's what you play the game for. You want respect, and every time I can win one of these things, that means I'm getting some respect.
Presenting Gloves of Gold.
By Texaco System 3 gasoline. In every grade, System 3 helps make a difference in your car's performance. By Coca-Cola. It's always Coca-Cola. By Cento Fine Italian Foods, the company that says, trust your family with our family. By Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. And by Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Jeff Gardner leads it off in game number 2, beginning officially at 1:28. With Jose De Leon on the mound will be Jeff Gardner. He's playing at second base. Craig Shipley, the third baseman, and Billy Bean in right, the first 3 hitters to face De Leon, and the count's 3-0. And it's strike one call. Behind the plate is Larry Poncino. Wally Bell at first, Dana DeMuth at second, and Bill Hahn at third. There are the umpires. Figure Larry's going to have to do a little blinking. And it's over for a strike, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Partner, it seems like I just saw you the other day.
3 balls, 2 strikes, fouled back. De Leon 3-0 on the year with a 3.90 earned run average. Jose making his second start of the year, going into game number 19. Had a no decision on the 28th of June at St. Louis, 1 inning, 1 hit. That was his last outing. And here's a 3-2 pitch. Swinging a tapper towards second. Morandini on a short hop throws him out. That's Ricky Jordan playing at first base. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go around the defense after we give you the Padres lineup. See Gardner playing at second base, Shipley the third baseman, Bean in right, Fred McGriff playing a doubleheader, Phil Plantier in left field, Derek Bell playing a doubleheader, Kevin Higgins the catcher, Kurt Stillwell at short, and on the mound the tough right-hander Andy Bennis. And this is Craig Shipley. The Phillies are going to go this way. Incaviglia is in left, Amaro in center, Lenny Dykstra, his first game he hasn't started, Eisenreich in right, Hollins, Batiste, Morandini, and Jordan, Todd Pratt catching, and De Leon the pitcher, and he swings through a breaking ball, does Shipley, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Jose's other start was a no decision in the Phils' 5-3 loss on the 19th of May at Florida. He pitched 6 innings in that game, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Walked 2, struck out 5, and down on strikes goes Shipley.
2 slow off-speed pitches by De Leon to Shipley. Shipley way out in front. Watch him pull the string here. Breaking the ball just out of the strike zone. De Leon with his first strikeout of the night at a mere 1:31 in the morning. Now steps in Billy Bean. Bean getting a little playing time in last night's game.
Bean got a little, yeah, exactly. He came into the game and played a little bit of defense. We are in game number 2, just getting underway here in the first inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Bean takes it inside corner for a strike call. If you're wondering why this game is being played, the umpires have no precedent not to start this game, or nothing in the rules not to start it if weather permits. So we are playing game number 2. And there's no local curfew, not in this state. Check swing. Bill Hahn says no. 2 balls and a strike on Billy Bean. Was with the Dodgers for a while.
To take that one step further, Chris, it'd be hard-pressed for them not to play the second game after they waited so long to play the first game.
Right.
They gave the Phillies the benefit of the doubt. The rain delays over 5 hours.
Almost 6 hours.
And they finished the game, so there's no reason for them not to play the second game.
Bean hits a pop-up left side. Batiste, the shortstop, waves off Incaviglia. Kim looks up into the darkness and makes the play, and Jose De Leon has a perfect first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. To the bottom of the first, no score.
Yeah, you were right, Judd. There's no beach traffic.
Easy. I went out. There's a Coke machine.
Man, I'm so hot.
You certainly are.
Hot as in sweaty.
Okay, so crank on the AC.
Air conditioning is for the weak like yourself.
I'm sticking to the seat like yourself.
That
Please
dog is
me.
moving faster than we are.
All you guys ever do is complain.
Your shoes are pretty.
Could someone please fan me?
No. Coca-Cola, anyone?
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan, for serving a purpose in my life for the first time.
Like
You're very welcome.
time together.
What's new with mobile? Let's take a look.
Introducing new Mobile Super Plus detergent gasoline. It still cleans fuel injectors and intake valves.
Now it helps keep the very heart of your engine cleaner. Down here, the cylinders and pistons.
So come down to the Big Red O and drive your engine clean with new Mobile Super Plus, the detergent gasoline.
The front-running Phillies collide with the San Diego Padres Saturday night at 7, live from the vet, exclusively on Prism, the home game home of the Phillies.
Here's your Sherwin-Williams starting lineup for the Phillies, managed by Jim Fregosi. Ruben Amaro a start in center field. Mickey Morandini at second. Ricky Jordan at first base. Dave Hollins in the cleanup spot. Pete Incaviglia in left. Jim Eisenreich in right field. Todd Pratt behind the plate. Kim Batiste, the shortstop, on the mound, the right-hander. Jose De Leon.
And for the Padres defense on this beautiful 70-degree weather at 1:34, it's Phil Plantier in left, Derek Bell in center. Billy Bean will be in right around the infield. Craig Shipley at third. Kurt Stillwell at short. Jeff Gardner at second. Fred McGriff at first. Kevin Higgins behind the plate, and on the mound, a power pitcher, Andy Bennis.
And Ruben Amaro leads it off. Amaro doing a good job since coming back, batting at .545. Ruben .667 right-handed, 0 for 4 from the left side. There are the numbers on Andy Bennis, who has been a hot pitcher lately. See, he's 8-6 with a 2.60 earned run average. but up among the league leaders in a lot of categories, including inning pitch, strikeouts. Amaro swings and misses at a good fastball. Venice beat Terry Mulholland 2-1 on April the 22nd here, going 8 2/3 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, walked 2, struck out 5. Blew him away with a good fastball. Andy Venice can flat out pitch. Last time out, he pitched 7 innings, 1 hit with 10 strikeouts.
Venice, a power pitcher, fastball over 90 miles an hour. He'll sink it every now and then, and he'll also cut it. To go along with that fastball, he's got a slider and a change, but pretty much goes right at you with gas, and he's got great movement on his ball.
Mickey Morandini. Morandini and Venice knowing each other very well. They were teammates on the U.S. Olympic team. Mickey's hitting fairly well, too. 3 for 11, or excuse me, 5 for 14 at .357. He's 2 for 3 off him this year. Hits that one hard. McGriff can't handle it, and Morandini will be safe. See how he scored. Everything hit hard on this infield tonight is a tough play.
I think they should give him a hit because it really was rocketed down there. Like you said, with as wet as the turf is, pretty tough to handle that ball.
Error first base.
Of course.
And that'll bring up Ricky Jordan getting a start as you see that ball bouncing away from McGriff. Ricky playing at first base for John Kruk. Ricky has good lifetime numbers, though, against Venice, considering what a tough right-hander he is. Ricky batting 10 for 26, 385. Or 3 for 14, I mean, with 3 homers and 7 runs batted in off Venice. One of his homers a grand slam. Hit in the high in the air to Derek Bell in center field, who waits, squeezes it, 2 down.
One of the big reasons that Jordan has done so well against Venice is because Jordan's a good fastball hitter. Here he gets a high fastball, just doesn't quite get on top of it and skies it to center. Maybe being 136, 137 in the morning might have something to do with that. So we're here. You might as well get it done.
Dave Hollins the batter. And Hollins takes a strike called. Hollins in game number 1 was 0 for 4. San Diego won that game 5-2. Foul off, just off to our left and off the upper deck and down into the crowd.
See the batter's box a little bit as Hollins' feet, you can see him moving around a little bit. The clay has been dampened a great deal by all this rain, even though the absorbing sand that they put down to get rid of some of that moisture really isn't sufficient enough for all the water that has been taken on the field tonight.
Hollins takes a breaking ball low. Phillies have lost 3 straight. That's their longest losing streak of the season. They've done that several times. This is their 3rd time. They've lost 3 in a row, trying to prevent it from being 4. As Venice makes a good move over to first. Andy Venice was the #1 pick in the whole country in June of 1988 by San Diego out of Evansville, Indiana. 6'6", 240-pounder is Venice. Two balls and 2 strikes. The on-deck batter is Incaviglia. And a quick tag by McGriff, and once again Mickey Morandini is back. Morandini's stolen 9 bases in 10 attempts this year. Hollins a fly ball to right field. Billy Bean waits, grabs it, and the Phillies are gone in the first. No runs, no hits, an error by San Diego, and 1 man on base. No score after 1.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Brett's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
Repeating to
It hit, and I forgot to play your number. Oh, jeez, she's home. She's gonna kill me. I gotta hide. Here. No, there.
Honey,
Here she comes.
I'm home.
The closet. Thanks, boy.
Where are you?
the Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget to play every day.
Did you remember? Bill. I knew you'd forget.
We won?
What do you mean, we?
Sherry, baby.
The Phillies try to feast on the East when they shuffle the cards Tuesday, July 27th and Wednesday, July 28th at 7:35. And Thursday, July 29th, 12:35 for a business person special. Then the Pirates walk the plank Friday, July 30th at 7:35. Saturday, July 31st at 7:05. And Nostalgia Day Sunday, August 1st at 1:35 when everyone gets a free poster. Call 463-1000.
Cento Italian Food Products is really rooting for the Phillies this season. For every Phillies home run, they donate $200 to the Philadelphia Child Guidance Clinic. And you can find any Cento products in all your supermarket stores. Already this year, $15,600 donated by Cento.
Fred McGriff will lead it off. McGriff hit a big 2-run home run in that first game. The Phillies had gotten back to 3-2, and then McGriff hit a 2-run home run with 2 outs in the 8th to make it 5-2, and that was the final score of the game. De Leon's pitch to him misses outside, 2-1. McGriff batting at .259 was 17-38, followed by Phil Plantier, and then Derek Bell left and right facing De Leon. Hard ground ball foul first base side.
Going into this year, Fred McGriff over the last 5 years has hit more home runs than any player in today's game. 171 coming into this year, and 5 years of 30 or more homers, and he's available.
Yeah, he won't finish the year in the San Diego uniform, that's for sure.
Some club is going to wind up with some kind of premier power hitter.
Pops this one up right side. Ricky Jordan in fair territory, makes the play, 1 away. And that'll bring up Phil Plantier, batting at .255 with 12 homers, 36 runs batted in. Phil Plantier played a long time with the Boston Red Sox. He kind of hits out of a crouch and uppercuts the ball. De Leon misses outside with a breaking ball, 1-0 to Plantier, with Derek Bell waiting on deck. Plantier did not play at all in game number 1.
Plantier signed with the Red Sox, came up through their organization. Pretty much a power hitter in the minor leagues.
There's that big uppercut swing, and he misses. Boy, he really goes after it. He doesn't swing easy.
Watch this dead uppercut swing. Wow. It's going for all the marbles.
Yeah, he tries to lift all the time. And he does. They're always this high. Here comes Jordan. Looks like Ricky has a play, and he does. Trying to get that fan out of the way. 2 down on a towering pop-up hit by Phil Plantier way up in the air.
You can see Jordan over by the fence and the fan trying to catch it with his glove up. And Jordan does a nice job. A lot of times what happens when a player gets near the fence and the fan has a glove, sometimes the ball will deflect off that fan's glove, come right back and hit you in the face. So that's why you see Jordan, who flinched just a little bit as he caught it.
Derek Bell, the batter. Bell 2 for 4 in game number 1 on 1 hop to Hollins. Low throw, and Ricky Jordan has it. 3 up and 3 down for the Padres in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. No score.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You know he's not perfect, but on certain days in his life, he has been. The night he poured in 63 points. The time he crushed 3 home runs in the World Series. The day he found Dwight Clark in the end zone. And you wish at some point, at some moment in your life, you could be that perfect too. And that's why you cheer for him. That's why you believe in heroes.
Do Texaco food marts really have everything?
Oh, they have gum, cheese, candy.
Many reasons I come to Texaco.
Chips, cereals, nice people.
There are many reasons.
You want it, they got it. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
Isn't that candy that pulls apart like that?
Did I skip something?
Visit your Texaco station and food mart for unbeatable System 3 gasoline.
Pop comes here for System 3, and I come here for Pop. Right, Mom?
And just about everything else.
I'd recommend it to anybody. And I would, too.
There are two ways to put a movie theater in your home. You could build one. Or you could simply buy the giant 35-inch RCA home theater with SRS sound. It's the easiest way to get a movie theater in your home.
RCA home theater products available at all American appliance stores throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware.
Loosen your tie, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves. It's a business person special, Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Go ahead. You deserve a break. Call 463-1000.
Pete Incaviglia will lead it off for the Phillies here in the second inning. Incaviglia followed by Eisenreich and Pratt. I think he had one at bat in the first game as a pinch hitter and flew out to left field. Pete batting at .280 with 13 home runs, 53 runs batted in.
Incaviglia with a small stance, way back deep in the box. Very powerful swing.
3 balls and no strikes. Andy Bennis has walked 33, punched out 96 in 121 and a third innings coming into the game tonight. Very, very good walk strikeout ratio for the big right-hander. Fires one over for strike one. Incaviglia hits it high in the air to right field. Bean going back at the wall and just has enough room. Pete Incaviglia gave it a long run, but it ran out of gas right at the back of the warning track, one down.
I thought that ball might have had a little bit more carry. There's no wind whatsoever. You can see Bean going back. He's got a beat on it. He knows where the wall is. He doesn't, and he puts his hand up. Ball for a second we thought had a chance of getting at least to the wall.
Eisenreich the batter. Eisenreich playing a doubleheader tonight. Jim was 0 for 3 in the first game. Fastball hit in the air to center. Derek Bell playing him perfectly there. 2 down. Bennis has had a little trouble with a long ball lately. He allowed just 1 home run in his first 9 starts of the year. Since then, he's given up the long ball 7 times in his last 8 starts, but all 8 homers have been solos. And he almost gave up one to Incaviglia. Here's Todd Pratt giving Darren Dalton this game off, as Dalton will catch the game tonight, which will begin at 7:05, followed by fireworks. Obviously, no fireworks tonight. They will be Monday night, after the Phillies-Dodger game. Anybody who left here early tonight may exchange their tickets for that game if they so desire, or any other game.
By the Phillies doing that.
Yeah. 2-0 to Pratt. Pratt has hit a home run this year, has knocked in 3.
Phillies agonized for about a couple of weeks in spring training whether or not to carry 3 catchers so they could utilize the ability of Pratt to hit. Pratt has a very good swing, hits the ball a long way when he connects. And when you only go with 2 catchers, the manager sometimes hesitates in using that catcher off the bench in hitting situations for fear of having to play a game without a catcher.
Takes a 3-0 over for a strike, 3-1. Kim Baptiste waits on deck. There's Darren Dalton right behind Pete Incaviglia. Pratt hits